You're watching Newsday TV. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ken Bufa. The former CEO of Abercrombie Fitch has pleaded not guilty to sex trafficking charges. Michael Jeffries and co-defendant James Jacobson appeared in court today. Both men were charged with sex trafficking and interstate prostitution. Jeffries, whose wife and son were in the courtroom, was released on $10 million bond. Jacobson also pleaded not guilty and was released on a $500,000 bond. The two men were released under the conditions of home confinement, electronic monitoring, and no contact with co-defendants, witnesses, or victims. They are due back in court in December. And only in Newsday, the mother of a child therapist facing child pornography charges is speaking out. Prosecutors say Renee Haberman exchanged sexually explicit videos of infants. Her mother says she is stunned in that, quote, "This is not the daughter I know." The Plainview woman worked as a therapist for a Melville-based company. The 36-year-old pleaded not guilty and is being held without bail. And early voting begins tomorrow in New York. Registered voters can cast their vote early by absentee ballot, by mail, and at polling places. The election includes races for president, vice president, Congress, and more. Election day, of course, is on November 5th. And more people have gotten sick from an E. coli outbreak linked to McDonald's. Federal health officials say at least 75 people in 13 states have gotten sick. The CDC says one person has died. None of the illnesses are in New York, and the Food and Drug Administration suspects uncooked onions may be the source. And only in Newsday, state records show the owners of a cash-strapped Woodbury nursing home wanted to close the facility, but the plan was never finalized. This stopped the Cold Spring Hill Center for Nursing and Rehabilitation from taking on new residents for months. Newsday reporter Robert Brodsky explains what comes next.
Well, we're in a holding pattern as we have been for some time now. The staff members, the residents, the ownership. There's supposedly an individual, a buyer who has not been identified, who has been rumored for some time, has toured the facility and has been in conversations, at least, with ownership about purchasing the facility. If, in fact, that individual did take ownership of the facility, one would imagine that a large, hefty investment would go into fixing up the place. We're talking about broken elevators, broken dishwashers, leaky roofs, bills that haven't been paid to vendors. This is all according to the own facility's independent health monitor. So everyone from the residents to the staff to the ownership is looking for a new buyer to come on board. The big question is what happens next if there's no buyer?
Atria Home Care in Garden City will be closing down next year. State filings show the company that provides home health care services for the elderly will lay off 161 workers. The company says it's because of economic reasons. And local elementary students are sending care packages to people deployed in the military. Virginia Huey has the story.
In Long Beach, a special mission is underway.
You're just packing up the boxes because we're going to ship them out.
Students at West Elementary School are honoring U.S. military members by sending care packages chock full of goodies to troops overseas.
Granola bars, crackers.
It's the children's way of serving those who serve in celebration of National Day of the Deployed.
Because they have sacrificed their life for us, and we're helping them by giving them all these things that they need.
Like small things that they can fit in their bag, like candies, mint, a deck of cards.
Students spent a week collecting donated items from the community to send to Lucas Turso and his unit serving in Iraq. Turso is teacher Stephanie Zimmerman's brother.
They're going to be there for a while. They're away for Thanksgiving. They're away for the holidays. And we just wanted to give them a taste of home.
It's important to let them know that they're not forgotten because they're sometimes really far away from home.
The project is part of the school's character building initiative called HEART. The acronym stands for Helpful, Empathy, Accountable, Respectful, and Trustworthy. This month, the students are focusing on being helpful.
It's good that you be helpful and you treat people how you want to be treated.
Students crafted cards and handwritten letters to send along with the care packages. 5-year-old Thomas Trotta is proud of his heartfelt message.
Dear soldiers, thank you for protecting
all countries love Thomas.
For Newsday TV, I'm Virginia Huey.
Feed Me is brought to you by PC Richard & Son.
Fireside dining to pumpkin-infused specials. Elisa DiStefano has today's Feed Me TV.
It's a taste of fall at the Union. The East Meadow Eatery is found in Eisenhower Park.
We're an American restaurant, so you can find a little bit of something for everybody.
And some fall flavors.
We're going to be launching a new fall-inspired pizza. It's going to have a little bit of roasted butternut squash, some prosciutto. My favorite and one of my signature dishes is the Brussels sprouts, and then we're going to do like a lobster shellfish broth with homemade bucatini.
Their patio is open for its first fall season. Even on a chilly night, you could stay warm by the fire pit, and a smoked old-fashioned helps too.
We're trying to create like a cool vibe here where you can come out, sit, have a nice cocktail, enjoy the view of the golf course, the trees as the colors are starting to change.
Embrace oyster season. Looks good at Off the Hook. New on the Nautical Mile in Freeport.
Our menu is very based on travels. Like I like to travel, I like to experience different cultures.
They have a selection of seafood, including local oysters.
Usually oyster season, if the months are in it, it's oyster. Oysters are very good on that month. So like September, October, November.
So this is
our cornflake shrimp.
It's a big shrimp. Just the right amount of spice.
Our catch of the day, it's a very multinational dish. We serve it with some zucchini shavings, blackened fish, and then it comes in a Caribbean curry sauce. It's got a little crunch, a little spice from the blackened seasoning.
I feel like I'm in the Caribbean.
The Nautical Mile usually it is a summer spot, so that's why we want to change that. So usually we do changes in the menu, like bison sausage with creamy grits.
And you can still sit outside, enjoy this beautiful view, the cool fall breeze with one of their hot fall dishes and a warm bowl of bisque. Warm you right up. Elisa DiStefano, Newsday TV. That's a lot of lobster.
She just has the best job. Now, for more on fall dining destinations, go to Newsday.com, click Get More, below the Newsday TV video box. Now let's take a look at your gorgeous fall Long Island weather. It was another nice one today, and guess what? It's going to be a nice one tomorrow, too. You can see tonight, it is going to get a bit chilly. We're below 50s. We're in the mid-40s for tonight with partly cloudy skies. As for tomorrow, it's going to be another gorgeous day with temps in the mid-60s for the high. And as for the 7-day forecast, let's see how next week is shaping out. Look at that, no rain, and we're even reaching 70 on Wednesday. It's going to be a little warmer as we get into the end of the week.
Long Island weather is brought to you by PTRC. Use the Newsday Interactive Voters Guide for easy access to all races and issues across Long Island. Sort elections by location and create your own reference ballot. Get ready for Election Day with the Newsday Voters Guide at newsday.com/votersguide.
You're watching Newsday TV. I'm Ken Buffa. Thank you so much for joining us and have a great weekend.